and I didn't want to sit in the classroom for 7 hours Monday to Friday for the next year. I didn't even know if I could do it mentally. So about a week before the program was going to start, I went and finally to sign the last of it all, and I got my acceptance letter on a Friday, and the program was starting on a Monday. So I literally went through like 3 weeks of like trying to get into this and like really hoping and just like really trying to believe that I was gonna get into it and that it was gonna work for me, while also fighting the doubt and the fear of, I guess, maybe failure or maybe not being capable of doing it. So I just like was like really in my head those 3 weeks, but just really wanting the opportunity. And then I didn't find out until very last minute that I got into the program. And so the first day of the class, we found out that 80% of it would be online. And I was so freaking happy. Like, I don't even know how to express that. Like, I couldn't, like, I think that was one of those moments where like you really truly start believing at a point where like doubt kind of loses its strength. You know, like at that point in the tug of war where like you push and they've stepped so close to the line that you know that doubt, so the other side is gonna lose. I felt like that moment where I'm like, okay, this is real. Okay, this is happening. Okay, I manifested this. Okay, after everything that I've worked for, after so much dedication to manifesting and creating my reality, finally it felt like this is it. It's actually happening. I don't know. I was just so ecstatic. And then 80% was online because the practicum was going to be in person. So basically, like, you could say 90 to 95% actually was online. And the practicum was going to be at the very end, which was the last 2 months of it. I haven't told too many people about this, but fast forward, I don't know how I manifested it, but I ended up actually doing my practicum, like, I wouldn't even say 95%, I'd probably say 98% of it was online, even though the rest of my classmates actually had to go in person to their practicums because we all got placed at different places. And even the practicum story was a whole other thing that I manifested, because even that I had to wait for the very last minute to get to a practicum, like at a place that I actually wanted to, because I didn't want to do it just anywhere and I didn't want to hate it. And I was one of the only, if not the only person in my classroom that actually had to interview for my practicum. The majority, if not all of them, because I didn't hear of anybody else actually interviewing, but I don't want to say all because I didn't speak to everyone. From what I heard, the majority of them, like the school contacted the practicum places or the places to ask if they did practicums and if they're taking students, and once they said yes or they were accepting people, they just took anyone in. It wasn't like we'll interview and see if we'll accept them. It's just like practicum students can be anyone. But for some reason, the one that I wanted required an interview in order to get in. And maybe you wouldn't get in. But at that point, I wasn't too nervous because I felt pretty confident in my interview skills. And then I passed and I got the practicum, and it ended up being the majority of it online. And the stuff that I did get to do, I actually really enjoyed. And some of the people that I met, I actually even got to do like yoga in my practicum, and I got to be part of like other support groups, and like it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. I felt so blessed throughout this whole entire process. And I learned that sometimes when this is like the biggest lesson that I actually learned from this whole entire thing, especially like from right before I heard about this opportunity, which I felt like I was basically hitting rock bottom, where I basically was running out of money and I didn't really know where I was headed. I learned that sometimes when you're hitting rock bottom, it could mean the greatest thing and you won't know it until later. Sometimes it takes for us to take a step back to get us further in life. And the universe pulled me back. in order to launch me way further. And if I hadn't used all of my money and had to get assistance, I wouldn't have had this opportunity. I had to hit my lowest to reach my highest. And I have a diploma now. I'm certified. I can work in the field that I have been passionate about basically all of my life. And I was able to save money while in school and cover all of my expenses. I ended up with more money than I ever had before, and I am way more educated than I've ever been. And this is just the beginning. I'm going to mix my passions of art and mental health and exploration, and I'm hoping and I want you to join me. And one last little message that I would like to share with any of you that are down right now. If you have been trying to manifest and things are going wrong and you're getting confused and lost, hold on a little longer. Don't doubt. It'll make the chaos last longer. Believe that you're getting pulled back to launch even further. Sometimes the universe has a better plan for us. We just have to trust. I told the universe just once, for a moment, I desired so strongly to have free education. I couldn't have planned what happened to me even if I tried. I couldn't have planned getting free education, but I did desire it, and I believed it could somehow one day be true. Then I let it go. I forgot about it. And a year or so later, it happened. I got paid to go get free education. And now I think I want to travel. But I will first tell you a few more manifestations I've recently experienced and how the process is going, and hopefully some later videos. And I will probably just be talking to you and not write it down. This is specifically I wanted to write down because there are some things that I really wanted to make sure that I told in very specific ways, and I didn't want to miss the important parts and ramble on about not important parts, although you did see that I did end up rambling a little bit in the middle of it. But yeah, let me know what you think, and if you are going through a rough time and you're trying to manifest things, I hope you stay strong and you keep believing and don't let doubt pull you. Keep on pulling with that belief. Stay on the belief side, because if you stick there, if you pull, the universe is gonna help you and you're gonna win. Best of luck to you, and I hope to share more with you all. I have started a new journey using my new education and my talents. So if you are interested in learning methods to meditate using art, then feel free to message me on my social medias. On Instagram is usually where I post and where I connect with people. I've started hosting Zoom hangouts. So if you're interested in that, then feel free to send me your email so that I can include you in the list and send you the links and the details of the events. I guess that's that for now, and thank you so much for sticking around, and I hope that you're around going forward. If not, I hope that at least this video somehow helped you, and the best of luck to you. Happy energies, lots of love and peace for you all.